بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to our Unlock Quran series where we understand Al-Quran in an easy way. This is course 3 grammar part, and today we are going to do Aqama and this is connected to page 8 pointer D. So in this lesson we will do Aqama, which occurs in the Quran 79 times. This pattern occurs 79 times in the Quran. So yes, it is important to learn this. So we have already learned, we have been learning the Mazid Feeh words during this course. So we have already learned that the verbs which have an extra letter in its root word, the root words are normally 3-letter words. So when there is an extra letter which comes in the 3-letter root word, that is called Mazid Feeh. And this, for example, Alima. Alima is a 3-letter word. And when you add a shadda to it, that is the Mazid Feeh. The extra in it is the shadda. Allama. Then Salima is a 3-letter root word. And you added an extra Hamza there to make it Aslama. So you added a Hamza. So that's an extra letter. So that extra in it is called the Mazid Feeh. And these are the derived verbs. So let's practice what we have learned so far. So let's remember, and we have been memorizing these sentences so that you know the base Mazid Feeh words, and from there we can develop. So ta'aleem and muhasaba are very important in Islam. Allama, hasaba, aslama. Then don't waste your time in ikhtilaf. Use it in istighfar. Then ikhtalafa, istaghfara. Alhamdulillah. And then the other one is do tadabbur and tadarus. To have better inqilab to Allah. Inqilab means to return. So tadabbara, tadarasa, inqalaba. So we have done all this. We've been practicing this in every class, and I repeat all this before every class so that you get a little revision and recap of what we have been doing. So now we have done this in course 1, 2. We are doing that now. So the sound verbs were fataha, yaftahu, iftah, nasara, yansuru, unsur, daraba, yadribu, idrib, سمع, يسمع, اسمع. And then the weak verbs. The weak verbs are the ones who have the weak letters in it. A, I, U. Alif and Ya and Waw. So, and these, of course, these are the verb codes on the side. So when you look at this Waw and Ain, we are talking about Wa'ada and so on. So, وعد يعد عد قال يقول قل زاد يزيد زد دعا يدعو ادعو هدى يهدي اهدي. And the repeated letter words are ضل يضل ضل ظن يظن ظن. All right, and then after finishing this, in this course we started the Mazid Feeh verbs, and this is all we have finished. Let's practice this. Allama, yu'allimu, allim. Hasaba, yuhasibu. Again, there's a mistake. I did not change it. Hasaba, yuhasibu, hasib. Then aslama, yuslimu, aslim. And tadabbara, yatadabbaru, tadabbar. Tadarasa, yatadarasu, tadaras. Inqalaba, yanqalibu, inqalib. Ikhtalafa, yakhtalifu, ikhtalif. Istaghfara, yastaghfiru, istaghfar. So alhamdulillah, we have done all this. So let's now again, we did sound verbs. Like we did this Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Sami'a. So these are the sound verbs. How do you remember? Remember the story. If you open the Quran, Fataha, Allah will help you, Nasara. Otherwise you'll be hit, Daraba. Therefore listen, Sami'a. Then these are the sound verbs. Now we did the weak verbs. Weak verbs what? Allah will give, Wahaba. It's a promise, Wa'ada. In fact, he said, Qala. He will give more, Zada. Therefore, pray to him, Da'a. For what? For guidance, Hada. And the repeated letters were, and have good opinion, Dhanna. Otherwise, you will be lost, Dalla. And of course, we also did the words with the verbs with Hamza, Amara, Sa'ala, Qara'a. Down here it's written. They were all Amara. The first letter Amara is Hamza. Sa'ala, the second is Hamza. And Qara'a, the last is Hamza. So we have done all these three styles of verbs. Now we are doing the Mazid Fi verbs where we have finished these sound verbs. We have finished 8 of them. They were Allama, Hasaba, Aslama, Ikhtalafa, Istaghfara, and of course we did Tadabbara, Tadarasa, and Inqalaba. Now we are into the weak verbs. So the same way how we had sound verbs, weak verbs, and repeated. So this is exactly the same thing going on now for Mazid Fi. So we finished the sound, the weak we finished on the lines of Allama, Allama, Walla. So this becomes a weak letter because there's a ya over here, which is a weak letter, and it's a mazid fi because there is a shadda. Then on the lines of hasaba is nada. Again, nada is a weak verb because it has this ya, and ya is a weak verb. So nada, this is a weak verb. And why is it a mazid fi? Because there's an extra nada and extra word in that, this alif. So Aqama. Then now Aslama, Aqama. Now here, we're going to do Aqama today. Aqama is on the lines of Aslama. So Aqama, like Aqama, so there's an extra alif there. So it is not Aqama, it is Aqama. So this is the extra alif, and that makes it into a mazid fi. Let's look more into it. So in today's lesson, we are going to learn the word aqama. You know, aqama salat. You know, you hear it every time in the masjid before the salah during the adhan. So aqama means aqama uqimu salah. That means the salah has been established. But aqama he established. Aqama. So this extra hamza has made it into a mazid fi. Now let's do the fa'al madi. Aqama, and he established. Aqamu, they established. This is very easy. Aqama, aqamu. You know this. He established, they established. Aqama, aqamu. The only thing in this you need to remember is aqamta. You established. Aqamta. If you know this aqamta, like aqama, when I ask you, okay, what's the plural? You say aqamu. It comes out very easy. But when I say you established, you should remember it is aqamta. If you remember this, rest, the whole table is very easy, and it's the same thing repeated. So let's practice this. Aqama, aqamu. Now, aqamta, you establish. Aqamtu, I establish. Aqamtum, you all establish. Aqamna, we all established. And aqamat, she established. So it's like very easy. So let's practice. He established, aqama. They established, aqamu. You established, aqamta. I established, aqamtu. You all established, aqamtum. We all established, aqamna. She established, aqamat. So I think this is like very easy. We have been doing it from the past 3 courses. So can you please repeat this? I'll just give you the TPI and you can repeat after me. He established.
Aqama.
They established.
Aqamu.
You established.
Aqamta.
I established.
Akamtu.
You all established.
Akamtum.
We all established.
Akamna.
And she established.
Akamat.
Aqamat.
Akamat.
Yes, aqamat. So aqamat, yeah. So aqamat. So we say qamat as-salah. Qamat as-salah. So it is aqamat. Qamat. It's not qamat.
Akamat.
It's qama. So remember it that way. It is aqamat. So we say the salah has established. So aqamat as-salah. Okay.
Akamat.
Now, the questions. Now, you would ask, hal aqama?
Nam akama.
Hal aqamu?
Nam akamu.
Hal aqamta?
Nam akamtu.
And hal aqamtum?
Nam akamna.
MashaAllah. You got all the answers correct. Now, Parveen aunty, you will answer. The only difference over here is I'm going to add an object. He, hal aqama, did he establish what? What's the object? Salah. So I'm going to ask you the same thing by adding salah. And it is as-salata. You know this thing, whenever there is an object, you always put a fatha in it. So whenever it's an object, hal aqama, what? Salata. So whenever there's an object, there's a fatha. So we have added as-salata. So I'll ask you a question. Hal aqama as-salata?
Naam aqama as-salata.
Hal aqamu salata?
Naam aqamu as-salata.
هل أقمت الصلاة؟
Naam aqamtu salata.
هل أقمتم صلاة؟
Naam aqamna salata.
MashaAllah. Look, I think now you have understood the spoken Arabic. You're able to know the question and answer. Basically, you're understanding he, him, they. You're understanding أقام, أقاموا, أقمت, أقمت, أقمنا. So you're understanding that. Alhamdulillah. Now let's come to the فعل مضارع. Now, fi'al mudari, as I said, this is on the lines of aslama. So here I said aslama, aslama, yuslimu. Aslama, yuslimu. So same thing you'll do. Aqama, yuqimu. Okay? Same. Aslama, yuslimu, aqama, yuqimu. Same thing. So now you'll do yuqimu. Now once you know yuqimu, all the rest is easy. So yuqimu, he established. Yuqimuna, they established. Yuqimu, yuqimuna. He established, they established. And then tuqimu, you established. Uqimu, I established. So you established, I established. Tuqimu, uqimu. Tuqimu, you established. Uqimu, I established. So yuqimu, he established. Yuqimuna, they established. Tuqimu, you established. Uqimu, I established. So let's practice these four together. Yuqimu, yuqimuna. Tuqimu, uqimu. Again. Yuqimu, yuqimu, yuqimuna. Tuqimu, uqim. So this is easy. And then you all established. Tuqimuna. We all established. Nuqimu. Tuqimuna. Nuqimu. You all established. We all established. So let's practice this 6 together. Yuqimu, yuqimuna. Tuqimu, uqimu. Tuqimuna, nuqimu. And then she establishes tuqimu. Let's practice this. Once I'll say and then you say it. Let me say it once. Yuqimu, he establishes. Yuqimuna, they establish. Tuqimu, you establish. Uqimu, I establish. Tuqimuna, you all establish. Nuqimu, we all establish. Tuqimu, she establishes. Okay? Now practice. I'll say it in English and you say it in Arabic. Fozia, you say first. He establishes.
Yukimu.
They establish.
Yukimuna.
You establish.
Tukimu.
I establish.
Ukimu.
You all establish.
Tukimuna.
We all establish.
Nukimu.
And she establishes.
Tukimu.
MashaAllah. Very good. So now we know this. Let's go question. Parveen aunty, هل
Yes.
يقيم؟
نعم يقيم.
هل يقيمون؟
نعم يقيمون.
هل تقيموا؟
نعم أقيم.
هل تقيمون؟
نعم نقيم.
MashaAllah. Now you know your answers so well, MashaAllah. Now let me add a salah. Fawzia, هل يقيم الصلاة؟
نعم نعم
يقيم
يقيم
الصلاة.
الصلاة.
هل يقيمون الصلاة؟
نعم يقيمون الصلاة.
هل تقيم الصلاة؟
نعم أقيم الصلاة.
هل تقيمون الصلاة؟
نعم نقيم الصلاة.
Yes, MashaAllah. Your answers are all correct. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so Amar. Now we have to do Amar. Before we do Amar, let's practice this. So we did this. Remember, Allama, Allim, Hasaba, Hasib, Aslama, Aslim, Ikhtalafa, Ikhtalif, Istaghfara, Istaghfir, Inqalaba, Inqalib, Tadabbara, Tadabbar, and Tadarasa, Tadaras. Remember these two, Tadabbar and Tadaras. The rest all is Allim, Hasib, Aslim, Ikhtalif, Istaghfir, Inqalib. This is just a little bit of, we've done this like multiple times. I just brought it for a little revision for you, a little reminder and going back. It's nice to keep going back and revising and looking at what we did earlier. All right, now let's come back to the Amar of Aqam. So Aqama, Yuqimu, Aqim. So from Aqama, Aqim. Aqama, Aqim. So Aqama, Yuqimu, Aqim. So here this is the Fa'il Amar, and here what has happened? Aqama, Yuqimu, Aqim. So there's a kasra and sukun in the end. Aqim, Aqim. So you're giving an order. Aqim, establish. Okay, now let's do all this. Aqim, you establish. You all establish. Aqimu. Aqim, Aqimu. Aqim, Aqimu. Aqim, Aqimu. And then La tuqim. La tuqimu. So see, there is a mad over there, no? Tuqimu. Again, Aqim, establish. Aqimu, you all establish. La tuqim, don't establish. La tuqimu, you all don't establish. Okay. Parveen aunty, you can, I'll say in English, you say in Arabic. Establish.
أقم.
You all establish.
أقيموا.
Don't establish.
لا تقم.
You all don't establish.
لا تقيموا.
MashaAllah. Very good. Now, Fawzia. Aqim. Order. Establish. So what you'll say?
Akim, I'll say Ukimu.
Yes. Aqim. I'm giving an order. Establish. And then I'm asking both of you. Aqimu. Aqimu.
Nukimu.
Yes. Very good. There you are. Correct. Aqim. That means establish. So you say, yes, I establish. So you say, Aqimu. And you all establish. So Nuqimu. We all establish.
Nukimu.
You got it? You got the answers. You're looking at the screen, no? Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So now again, it's the same thing. Aqim as-salata.
Ukimu salata.
Aqimu as-salata.
نقيم الصلاة.
Nukimu salata.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And then, auntie, la tuqim.
لا تقم. لا أقم.
Yes, la aqim. La tuqimu.
لا نقيم.
You got it. See? La tuqim, la
No.
uqimu. La tuqimu, la nuqimu. So you've understood the concept of, his and them, they, all these. Now you're understanding how, once you get this, then you will, any word you can make it. That's why we've been practicing. If you get this finished, then the whole Quran becomes easy if you understand how these word structures, how they're formed. Alhamdulillah, and we are doing a lot of practice, so much we are doing. And we are trying to do it on the same lines. You see, we are going through the courses on the same lines. Okay, now fa'il and maf'ul, you know, for example, aslam. We have done this, you remember, more on the mouth of Madi. So aslama becomes Muslim and Muslim. Aslama. So aslama, yuslimu, aslim. Then
Muslim.
Muslim,
Muslim.
Muslim, then
Muslim.
Islam. You know, we have Islam. Muslim, Muslim. So the way it is Muslim and Muslim, this we have already done. Now we are doing aqama. So aqama, yuqimu, aqim. So aqama, muqim, muqam. Muqim, muqam. So Muslim, Muslim. Muqim, muqam. Okay. So see this over here. Muslim, Muslim. Muqim, muqam.
Muqam.
E-A. So both are E-A. Muslim, Muslim, muqim, muqam. But only the thing is, this is mad. Muqim. It's not muqim. It's not muqam. It's muqim and muqam. Muqim, muqim, muqam. Okay, so just like aslama, now we are doing the fa'al, the action. Aslama, yuslimu, aslim. Muslim, Muslim, Islam. You know this. We have already done this. And why is it mazid? Mazid fi, because you see the extra hamzas over there, that makes it into mazid fi. So it's Islam. So next, the aqama. Now let's see what happened to aqama. So aqama, yuqimu, aqim, yuqimu, muqam, yuqim, muqim, muqam, and iqama. Muqim, muqam, iqama. Iqamatun. You know, the ta marbuta is there. So iqamatun. Yes. So look at this. I just brought the past ones. Up till now, we have done mazid. Today we have done the third week verb of mazid fi. And the first one was muwallin, muwallan, tawliyah. And munadin, munadan, munada. And muqimu, muqam, iqama. So just notice the fa'al of all three. They all have ta marbuta. So when it is ta marbuta, means it can be tun, tan, tin, whatever. So tawliyatun, munadatun, and iqamatun. See, so all had, the common thing is here, all are ending with ta marbuta over here. So yes, so now let's practice. I just want to quickly practice. ماضي أقام. مضارع يقيم. أمر أقم. أقام يقيم أقم. And فاعل مفعول فعل مقيم, one who establishes. مقام, the one who is established. And إقامة, to establish. إقامة الصلاة, you know, established. Salah is established. Okay. So إقامة الصلاة. So that إقامة إقامة, so إقامة الصلاة. See, that way. So okay, now we need to, and then of course remember, إقامة, he establishes. إقامة, she establishes. إقامة, أقامة, أقامت. أقامة, أقامت. أقامة, he establishes. أقامت, she establishes. Now, the فعل مضارع يقيم, he establishes. تقيم, she establishes. يقيم, تقيم, he establishes, she establishes. See, I put the blue arrow over there. أقام, he establishes. أقامت, she establishes. And then يقيم, he establishes. And تقيم here, she establishes. So we have practiced now, alhamdulillah. We have understood the table well. Now we are going to repeat and practice. Once Fozia, repeat the whole table. I'll say in English and you say in Arabic. He establishes.
Akama.
They establish.
Akamu.
You establish.
Akamtu.
Akamta.
Akamta, sorry.
Yes.
Akamta.
Yeah. You establish. Akamta.
Akamta.
I establish.
Akamtu.
I establish.
Akamtu.
You all establish.
Akamtum.
We all establish.
Akamna.
And she establishes?
أقامت
Okay, good. Then فعل مضارع. He establishes.
يقيم
مو
They establish.
يقيمون
You establish.
تو
تقيم
I establish.
أقيم
You all establish.
تقيمون
We all establish.
نقيم
She establishes.
تقيم
فعل أمر. Establish.
أقم
Not أقم. أقم.
اوكي
أقم أقم
أقم, yeah. You all establish.
أقيم
Don't establish.
لا تقم
And you all don't establish.
لا
لا تقيم
MashaAllah. Then فاعل مفعول فعل. One who establishes.
مقيم
The one who is established.
مقام
And to establish.
إقامة
MashaAllah, good. Parvinanti, you can say it. Again, the whole table we will repeat again.
اوكي
فعل ماضي. He established.
أقام
They established.
أقاموا
You established.
أقمت
I established.
أقمت
You all established.
أقمتم
We all established.
أقمنا
She established.
أقامت
Okay. Now فعل مضارع. He establishes.
يقيم
They establish.
يقيمون
You establish.
تقيم
I establish.
أقيم
You all establish.
تقيمون
We all establish.
نقيم
She establishes.
تقيم
فعل أمر. أقم.
أيوة.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I should have said it in English. Establish.
أقم
You all establish.
أقيموا
Don't establish.
لا تقم
You all don't establish.
لا تقيموا
MashaAllah. Now فعل مفعول فعل. One who establishes.
قيم مقيم
The one who is established.
مقام
And to establish.
أقل أقمت أقامة
إقامة.
إقامة
إقامة.
إقامة.
So we have understood now the 6 keys. These are the 6 keys which you should know. One is أقام, يقيم, أقم.
أقم
أقام, يقيم, أقم. ماضي, مضارع, أمر. أقام, يقيم, أقم. Okay? And then فعل مفعول فعل, the اسم مقيم, مقام, إقامة. Muqim, one who establishes. Muqam, the one who is established. Iqama, to established. So these 6, if you remember, you should be able to do the whole table nicely. And as I mentioned, aqamat, only this is a little aqama, aqamu, aqamat. So if you know this, then you know the rest of the table. Alhamdulillah. So make sure you do your workbooks and do the Google quiz which you have got. Make sure after the class do the Google quiz and the workbooks, answer these questions, and then you have another. We did aqama. The other word for you to do is arada. Aqama, arada. Arada means he wanted. So let's practice this. Here, arada.
أراد
Arada, aradu,
أراد
aradat, aratta, sorry, aratta, arattu. So this is the difference. Like I said it in this, let me go back. So I said aqama, aqamat. So this, see, aqama, aqamu, aqamat. So this part, you should always remember this part. Then the rest becomes easier. You established. Aqamta, you established. So you has to be remembered. So here, what happened over here? Arada, aradu, aratta. Aqamta, aratta.
أردت
You see?
أردت
Got it? So arada, let me go back again here for you. So aqama, aqamu, aqamta. Arada, aradu, aratta. Does it make sense now?
Yes.
Yeah. So arada, aradu, aratta, arat,
أردت
arattum, aradna, aradat. Then مضارع فعل مضارع يريد يريدون تريد أريد، تريدون، نريد، تريد. then اسم فاعل مفعول فعل. No, sorry, أمر, not اسم, أمر. أرد، أريد. لا ترد، لا تريد. okay. then فاعل مفعول فعل. مريد، مراد، إرادة or إرادة. مريد، مراد، إرادة or إرادة. So I think you all got it. Alhamdulillah. Any questions? I think this is, you all have understood the lesson well. Alhamdulillah. And so I think we are at the end of the class, and let's do a dua before we finish. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Qur'an. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi